Hello. Sorry about that. I'm just checking my audio real quick. I'm in my car. It snowed outside really bad. See that? Lots of snow. Hang on. If you guys could let me know if my sound is okay, because I have it connected to the Bluetooth in the car. But if I don't have any Bluetooth or anything like that, and I just have the iPhone microphone, I've heard it on other people's channels too. It sounds like your S's are like like the sound is good. Okay, thank you, Patty. Thank you, Megan. Hey, True Busy Mama. Hey, Kate Skeet. Thank you so much. Rody Gal, Megan. Hello, Malibu. Hey, Jan. Rosa Lang. Love you. Kelly K. Thank you, Kelly K. I caught you awake. Okay, let's see. I have my computer now, but I'm probably not going to set it up because I really don't know like where like my permanent living is going to be. So gather around and I'll get started in a minute. No, no chance. No, no dance. No, no chance. No, no dance. No, no chance. Give me second chances. That's so cool! Hey! Ow! Ow! My Hey, Tracy to Trace. Taco. Hello, Cristola. Love you. Hey, Samby. Yeah, like my anxiety, obviously, I mean, it's been really, really bad. Really bad. Um, it and a lot of people have been sending me stuff like to watch or to listen to, and those AA meetings, because I have to do one a day. Those are very relatable. I mean, to be honest, a lot of them aren't very motivating because just the stories that people tell on there about, losing their marriage or their home or their jobs and stuff like that. Like, and there's really like no a good ending to their story. I guess not yet. The sobriety part, that's good, but you know, getting their life back, kind of. I mean, it's a struggle. Hey, Cole. Hey, Melanie. And but like I was saying last night, like it really makes me recognize a lot of the things that I've done without like thinking how they affect other people. Um, that has got me in this position. Malibu, you go to one in LA called Zombies at 10 p.m. every day, and there's a noon meeting you go every day that's really good. Yeah, it's a good routine to get into. I've just been, obviously with like a situation of like even quitting drinking. I mean, along with that comes everything else, that I'm dealing with at the same time. It's one thing if you have your home. If I had my home or other things that were able to keep me like uh, you know comfortable, because when you have an income you're comfortable, and it's like with everything at once, it's really hard to focus because you want to make sure that you get things done. And that's what I'm doing to get my income back, is having to go through this process, which takes a little while. So it's scary, and it's kind of discouraging at moments, but it definitely gets your anxiety going. Hey, Gladys. Jan says, remember, whatever your journey, no one has any right to try and tell you what to do and how to do it. Only you know what and how you're going forward. And those who know, you know, no, you will do it. I love you too, Jan. You're basically homeless, Malibu, in the States now, in Mexico, because you can't find safe, affordable housing. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And if you ever need help, um, with sharing anything to help you out or anything, just let me know. Hey, Rachel. So yeah, I did a AA meeting this morning, and then I, obviously every day kind of think of what my plan is. And like, unfortunately, there are certain things that I have to talk to certain people um, about those things, and that's taking time. Hi, Renee. Um, but yeah, thank you, Kate Ski. It's probably because I finally last night got decent rest, and um, have been taking care of myself a little more. Um, they do help, Melanie. The AA meetings, they're really sad. Um, they're very sad. But when you see that other people have, they can relate to, because like, when I've drank or done things, said things, I know what I'm doing when I do it. There's the excuse is not, oh, well, I was drunk. You know, that's no excuse. It's nice to see other people that understand, because they've been through, uh, making really poor decisions. Um, and obviously drinking stuff is what led to those things. And like, for me, going, I don't know, even the last year or so, when I would get annoyed or stressed out, um, any of those things, it was like, oh, well, I'll just get drunk, you know. But I mean, in the long run, that always makes it worse. And by doing that, I was neglecting things around my house, and family and stuff like that. That, I mean, in the moment, you really don't realize that. um yeah, it is minute by minute, Megan, for sure. It really is. But when you pull yourself out of that, and then, like, you look back at it, it's kind of like being, what somebody was saying in one of the meetings, is like, you're asleep the whole time. It's truly like you're asleep, and then you wake up, like, with this massive hangover, and look back at all the damage that you've done to yourself and the people that you love. And I mean, for me, it's hard because, um I mean, everything that was comfortable, to me, and that made me feel comfortable, uh the support I had at home, or my home, or my job, all of those things are like, they're not there to comfort me anymore. And so, and I have a lot of support. So thank you for the support. Um, and my Aunt Sally's been great. She's been really great, but she has plans of her own, to move, uh, out of the state. So, you know, I really need to, uh, like, figure out everything that I'm going to do. And uh, probably, so if anybody knows anything about, like, housing or anything like that in Colorado, please let me know. I mean, even a roommate situation or something, because I mean, it it's scary, not knowing, and especially when I have to go through, you know, something first to even get an income back. Um, I've looked into those, Malibu. Uh, a lot of them they charge. Pink sent me some that were I think like where they help you with the fees or something like that. But okay, Gladys. It really sucks because any substance or anything like that that you go to for numbing or help or pain, like it's it sucks so bad because it's a quick fix, and while it's doing that and while you think it's really helping you, um it's like damaging every single thing around you. uh yeah, Taco, I'm gonna have a conversation. I had a conversation yesterday, and they said, a week from today, let's see where we are with setting up, my other counselor that they had to find me, and they never called me back yesterday. And then I called my insurance for the relapse prevention class, and they didn't call me back yesterday. So then I tried calling them back today because a nurse left a message, but the behavioral health department wasn't open. Hey, Roman. Hey, Stacy. Love you. So, I'm doing everything that I can to try to figure things out, but also, with my finances, I'm separating mine from, a joint situation. So it's difficult because I don't know what's what, and I don't want to screw anybody over on, bills that we shared before or still do. So it's that right there is just like hard. Hey, Wyoming. Hey, Bill. Um, but like God is awesome because like there's many moments where I just feel very discouraged. I don't feel like giving up, but well, actually, a couple of times I have, but not in that way. So don't think that. But like God will give me little signs when like I'm feeling really, really discouraged. Like I'll get a nice message from one of you, or you guys will send me something helpful or just support, or anything that has helped. And I mean, I appreciate it because even though like there's a lot of people supporting and helping, like I am alone, and I am alone at the end of the night, and that's the part that like it's like I do not look forward to nighttime because it's like that's when you're like alone in your thoughts, and I just feel the silence, and I don't have like my dog jumping up on my bed, or the cats coming in to play or say hi. So it's really hard. And a lot of people have said, why don't you get another hamster or like a uh, some sort of pet? And I mean that would be great, but I'm in no place right now when I haven't even figured out my living situation yet. And then going to like people have said like go to the pet shop and look at pets and stuff, and that like God has blessed me with like squirrels and nature and stuff to cheer me up. I always hang out with animals in nature, and that's gonna have to be good enough for now. um yeah, dispatch Crystal. uh Divorce and anxiety, well, where'd that go? And depression and struggling with your past addictions, not easy. You've been there and done it. Yeah, and you know what? And God is he's putting me in my place. He really is. This is what I do deserve, because I've been very neglectful of other people's feelings. Thank you, Marie 21. I have been neglectful of that, and I've been very selfish in focusing on such negative things. You know, that's why many people on here, they hate me and they are celebrating in my misery, and that's fine because I do. Uh, I do need this consequence, and I do need this discipline, and that's why it's really nice to, to talk to you guys and have people to talk to because like my husband, he was my rock, like I leaned on for everything. And when I was having a bad time, and he did give me good advice that I didn't listen to. um yeah, Gladys, I've looked into like facilities and stuff. It's just something like I want to make sure that like I'm not going to put myself into something that I can't afford or something like that, you know. Oh, Priestess of Purple Flame. A lot of people, I changed my phone number a while back, so I'm sorry if anyone's texted me and I haven't responded. Um, if you message me, I could give you my new phone number. Um, yeah, Cole, I mean, when it comes to things that I've said or done to people, um, like I've always been the one to compare and be like, well, you've done this and you've done that. All I can say about anything that I've said or done that's been negative to anybody is like I have control over what I say and do. So regardless of what others do or say, um, it's no excuse for me to do anything shitty in return. And um, and that's why, like, I do hear, and people tell me like, don't watch YouTube and don't watch this person or don't watch that, you know, to warn me about uh, what people are celebrating or doing or saying, and I truly refuse to watch it because um, it's gonna be wasted like anxiety or you know more hurt or whatever, and I'm only interested in doing better and getting better, and that'll be counterproductive. And I don't want to fight with people. I understand if people hate me and they go on about it, and that's okay. But I don't want to fight with anybody or argue with anyone. Thank you, Taco. I'm trying to. It's very hard, especially when normally when you're stressed or you have anxiety, you go for your quick fix. You know, whether it's alcohol or whatever it is. You know, maybe it's a cigarette for you or whatever it is, and it's really hard. Just like I'm more focused, um, but I also feel more pain now. Amen to that, Jojo. Saying God helps people who help themselves. Yeah, and for the longest time, I've not helped. You know, my family, the household. I mean, I did, but I did the bare minimum. You know, I really did. Just such a lazy, bratty. Uh, I've been just a brat. Hey, Mustang Sally. I don't want to say what insurance I have on here just because of lurkers or whatever, but take this as an opportunity for growth to better yourself for you. This is a chance for yourself. That's the most important thing, and to find your own peace. hmm And like I do find uh, peace in taking accountability and just recognizing my parts of what I could have always done better. And And a lot of the things I knew, I knew better. Um, and I continued just being negative, and God puts like that intuition inside of you, the voice within, and that says like, don't do this, and you still do it anyways, whether it's like saying something negative or whatever it is. And I've always, like the last couple of years, gone against that. And I talk to God every day, all day, but I've gone off like the path of like what feels right to do. Like I'm not getting any of the rewards or like the where God wants me to go. And I know when that happens because God does leave little like treats when you're on the right path. He's always done that to me. And I haven't been on the right path for quite a while now, a long time. Um, you should do a happy panel one day. I think you need a few moments just to chit chat and goofing off. I definitely would really enjoy that. I really need that because these online AA meetings that I've been doing, you put yourself in a queue, like to raise your hand to speak, and it takes a long time, or you have to wait until it resets to the next hour and they restart a new one because it's 24 hours a day. So they reset and then start the line over again. It is nice listening to other people's stuff, but it feels good to vent as well. That's why, like, I've just been using my channel as an opportunity just to talk to you guys because it does feel really good. Stacy says, I hate to hear you say these things. You know that none of that is true. We all know you aren't like that. You're strong, beautiful, sweet, smart soul, and I love you. I love you too. And I need to come down for a slumber party sometime. The wonder of God is that he meets us where we are and forgives all. It's never too late. Yeah, I've always believed he forgives anyone and everyone. And like right now, forgiving myself for just being irresponsible and shitty, um, it does feel good because I know that I am an imperfect person and I know that I make mistakes daily. And when it comes to making decisions, I just need to be more careful with the way that I take in uh, my feelings. Hey, Penguin, love you. Like, take in uh, life and interactions with people, whether they're good or bad. And uh, I just need to be more slow to react, um, especially when it comes to serious situations. I'm very uh, quick to just react without considering other people's feelings first or thinking things through. That's been an issue for a very long time for me. Uh, Buckeye Gal, you wear my hoodie all the time and you've been praying for me. Thank you. Prayers are very helpful. I just like right now with prayers, just pray for like clarity for me and focus and just to try to stay positive and to really figure out what is what's next in my life because it's really scary and I want to make sure that I always communicate with my aunt like the plan. And it's hard because right now, you know, going through a program and stuff like that and kind of waiting to see what's going to become of it is difficult because I'm an impatient person and I like to know what's going on. Yeah, respond rather than react, Marie. It's a process to learn, and it's still you'll get there. Now you know where you need to go. Absolutely, and many of you have been on the receiving end of my reacting, even in a negative way, and I'm sure it didn't feel good. And you know, I apologize for that. I really needed to, you know, it's like Cher when she slaps Nicolas Cage in what is it, moonstruck. Like, snap out of it. I mean, the universe, literally right now, from the person that I had become in the last couple of years, the universe finally slapped me across the face and said, snap out of it. And now, you know, everything that I am is like reset, and I have to I can't look at the negative side of that and focus on everything that I've lost, no matter how bad it breaks my heart. But I need to focus on, I have like a clean slate to start, and it's scary because there's not much to get it going, but that's all I can do. That's all I can do. Because I mean, what's the other option? Just giving up and giving in? I've already done that. It doesn't get me anywhere. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. I appreciate that, Buckeye gal. I know everybody makes mistakes. I think a lot of my mistakes or bad decisions, they've been repetitive. They have been consistent, and there's been no positive change until I got knocked on my ass, and then you have no choice but to do that. And that's what's happening right now. And it's very sad because ever since my big change happened and the universe slapped me in the face, I haven't seen my animals. Well, I guess I can't call them my animals anymore. I haven't seen anything that has been familiar to me or comforting to me for the last couple of years. Of course, my aunt, and I used to live in this house with her before, so I'm not saying that's not comfortable. I'm just saying, like, my whole life, the last 2 years, that has been a routine or comfortable, it's not there. And that's what really sucks at the end of the night, when I'm already going through all the other stuff, is just thinking about the people I love. And Catherine B says, you'll come through this. You're a positive, strong person. You'll look back on this and be grateful for the learning experience one day. That's what that's what I'm hoping for. Yes, and thank you for all the support. It's just, like I said yesterday, anybody who's watching, whether you like me or not, I cannot stress enough that if you're, even watching this and you're neglecting something in your life, whether it's your friendships, your relationships, a relationship with your family members, whatever it is, like, stop watching and go nourish that. Because I can tell you that being in my phone nonstop, especially when it wasn't for a lot of positive things, the majority of the things that my face was in my phone for was negative YouTube drama stuff. So I was focusing on that rather than nourishing the relationships that I had, nourishing, and taking care of responsibilities I had. And then what would I do when I would get stressed out from YouTube drama that I willingly put myself into? What would I do? Oh, I would get drunk. And then when I would get drunk, I would just come on here and scream and rant and say the most horrible, awful things, and then wake up in the morning and realize what I said was shitty, and then delete the fucking stream. Oh, Stacy, I will come see your animals. That will be helpful, and just being around you, especially your parrot. Thank you, Jojo. Yeah, Brandon, I haven't been watching any of that. I luckily a lot of it hasn't popped up in my algorithm. There's one channel that repeatedly tags me, and I don't even click on it because it's a very negative channel. I'm not interested in making things worse for myself or anyone else. So I'm not even watching the hater stuff. Thank you, Buckeye State. That would just be counterproductive if I even gave any of that, like even put it into my body by listening or seeing it or anything like that. Some I've come across just by accident and just ignored it. But oh, I think you overthink too much. Do you have too much spare time? You have to stay busy. I do. Yeah, right now I do have a lot of spare time, and that's why I'm trying to go out right now and just uh, keep my mind off stuff. And I woke up and I did that meeting, and then I was looking at this like a little job that I can do, uh, and I did like the resume and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully I hear back on that. But yeah, I mean, being knocked on your ass really sucks, and I never saw this coming because I always thought, especially for like standing up for myself or what I believe in, my loved ones that I lived with would tell me, why are you giving negative things attention? Why are you focusing on this? You're making things worse for yourself. It's not good. And then meanwhile, I'm lacking everything else, and neglecting everything else in my life. And every single thing that they said about that was absolutely true, because the truth is it did not matter before. I thought it did. But then now with everything going on, I'm like, wow, that's why it truly does not. It's very easy not to go looking for what the haters are saying right now, because there's so much more that is vital and important for me to focus on. I wish I would have realized that before, but I needed to be knocked on my ass. Go walk the shelter dogs. They give back more than you give, and they're too alone and scared. You can relate to them. God, Patty, Patty, I would love to do that. Just get so attached to all of them. And I mean, I guess that's like a weakness I would have to get over, because, they do need love and attention and help. So I don't know, maybe, but, uh, just recognizing when you've gone through something like, this shit. It is. And a lot of people have said before, like, I can't wait until Robbie gets knocked on his ass and stuff. And I mean, here it is. And it is a beneficial thing. Oh, Rosie, I love you. Sorry I haven't been to your streams in a while. I've been uh, going through hell. But you said, heard things were rough for you, Robbie. I hope this helps. Wish I could chat, but I'm on the road. Cheers and God bless. You're among friends. Thank you for that. And be safe. If you guys don't watch Rosie O'Kelly's channel, you should. It's very positive. Their chat's always very amazing. So thank you for that. If a friend was going through exactly what you have, what advice would you give that person? That's a good question. So technically, advice that I would give myself would be to, first of all, breathe and just recognize that you cannot change how you got there. Yeah, if somebody could drop Rosie's link, just recognize what got you there, and what you can do, like, to fix your situation and get better, because that is what's important. um I'm like, I miss my family and all that, but I mean, I could only have a pity party like that for so long. Of course it hurts, of course I'm grieving, of course, like, all of that anxiety, it hurts every single second of the day, every single second. And oh, there's Rosie's channel. But I have to, like, focus on, because they care about those people, but I have to focus on what's going to be good for me, because I have to take care of myself, and I have to do that mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all those ways. And because you become weak. Like yesterday, when me and Oscar were carrying boxes from outside inside, I was out of breath from one box, and then realized, I was like, oh, I haven't ate today yet, you know? And when you're down like that, it, like, food for me, like, when I get depressed and anxious like this, like, I can't eat, which I need to I need to go eat something, because I haven't ate yet today. Malibu says, Robbie, you're still alive. You have a chance of redefining yourself again. Many don't get the chance because they're deceased. Your fiance died of a drug overdose 4.5 years ago. I'm so sorry that happened, and I'm so sorry for your loss. Gladys, Oscar, I mean, not only, like, being there for me and coming to comfort me or get stuff out of my old house for me or anything like that, but even just, like, on his breaks, like at work, he'll text me and just to check on me, and he's just been really, like, he's like I've always looked at him as a little brother. He's been a great little brother that I always wished I had. And he's been very, concerned and helpful and supportive. Uh, and he's just a very, very good human and a good friend. Which is good, because my anxiety was pretty bad yesterday. And, he came over and kind of calmed that down. My Aunt Sally calms it, but I feel like I don't want to be overwhelming negative energy around her. You know, yeah, Wendy, I'm very sad. I'm sad, and I have, there's a lot of, like, hurt and pain inside that it's gonna take it's gonna take a while to, like, stop hurting. But I, even though it is sad and painful, I I have to think about what I did to either better the situation or make it worse. And for the most part, I've made things worse, and I have to recognize that. You know, you could only apologize so many times. I could apologize every single day, all day, and that's not going to mean or do anything unless I put my apologies into action, my apologies to myself or other people, because otherwise it's a wasted word, and it doesn't do anything. Did I meet Oscar on YouTube or meet him first? I met him as a subscriber. He would come into my chats, and then one night he took a link on my panel years ago. You'll get evicted if you bring any? Wait a minute. What did Malibu say? Where did that go? Oh crap! Now my screen's frozen. Hold on. Oh wait. Such an important thing to do. You're not strong enough to do it right now. It would break your heart. In Mexico, it's a bad situation with street dogs and cats. You're crying daily because of. Yes, I have 5-HTP. I have that. I used to take it all the time before I had prescription medication. But yeah, it made my skin really dry if I took it with L-tyrosine. Did make me focus. Like I was looking back of, when I moved in with Aunt Sally um, last time, the first time. Hey, Laugh at Life, I love you. Is that the real Laugh at Life? I need to give you your wrench. If you guys don't have wrenches, it's because when I took that break from YouTube, I removed all of them. So if that's you, I need to add. Thank you, Buckeye. Anyways, I was looking back the last time I moved in with Aunt Sally, which was April 1st of 2018, which just so happens to be, the date I ended up getting married years later. But, that day, my boyfriend Cody and I finally decided to end it. We lived together for years, and I moved in with Aunt Sally. And I was devastated. I was heartbroken, and I'll say I was not, or I do not recall being in as much pain then as I am now, because th- this was everything that I lost. And of course, marriage is more serious than just dating somebody. But I was able to get through that, and I started my YouTube channel right after that happened, and it helped. And I used my channel to, as therapy, and that's why I named it Save Robbie. And then over time, my channel just turned into a shit show. Infamous Truth Teller says, I don't know if you have a video or whatever, your next little video that you previously did, whether it was long ago, I'm going to leave something I wrote for you that I wrote, and I want you to read it. Okay, Infamous Truth Teller. But, I do have to remind myself that I've had pain similar before, and that I was able to get through it. Um, and whenever I get through this like storm that still feels like it's going pretty hard at me, I need to never forget this pain, and I need to never forget how this feels, and how consequence feels, and how like God is always watching. I don't feel like God is fighting me. I don't think he ever does that. But when we don't listen, when I don't listen to the voice inside, which is God, in my opinion and experience, then I'm going to, go off the rails, and gonna have to learn the hard way. And unfortunately, I've been too stubborn over the years. I've been too prideful and hard-headed, that nothing else was getting through to me but having to be knocked on my ass. Hey, Scully. When you relapsed, the only thing that made you feel better was going to meetings. Yeah, and since my counselor, the main guy that did my like intake evaluation, he said, I want you to do one meeting a day online. And that sounded so overwhelming to me, but I realize in moments where I feel really alone or scared or by myself, I know I have many people that I can talk to, tons. Um, but that motivates me to log in to one of the meetings, because first of all, it's what I need to do and what I've been told I need to do. But it's also, it helps. You have to go. It's Australia Day there. You're going to a barbecue. Okay, be safe, and happy Australia Day. Have fun, Rachel. You put in my community post tab under whatever the last thing that you wrote. Wait. Oh, I thought you were posting it. Good place from your heart to yours. Okay. We're going through the same shit. Laugh at life. Here, if you want a link, I'll send you one. Hold on. I gotta go here soon, but hold on, I'll send you a link. Give me a minute, my screen might freeze. Hold on. All right, I just sent you a link. If you need help with anything, thank you, Malibu, and right back at you. Love you, Don K. What's my goal in life? Happiness and contentment, whatever that means. I'm not, of course, everybody likes like nice things or fancy things, but I mean, the older I've got, especially, I'm not a very materialistic person. I mean, there's some things that I prefer to have or, that are just necessary in my life. But for me, I'm more of the person that I only really care to have the things that are, like mandatory to have, or like a home and a car and, things that can get you by in life and keep you going. I text it to your phone number. Hold on. Hold on. I'll send it to Messenger. I just sent it to your Messenger. Yeah, I wouldn't share what you say in the meetings. Okay, Rachel, thank you. Yeah, that might not be her because I texted to her. But I know she's going through something similar, so that could be her. I don't know. Oh, I think it is her. Hold on. Yep. There you are. Hey, you're muted. I think you are. Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on. One sec. Let me put my Bluetooth in real quick. This is Laugh at Life. Hold on. I'm putting my. Say something now? What the hell? Okay, now say something. Can you guys hear her? Her bubble's not moving. Remember that happened to me yesterday? Try going out and coming back in, because that's what I had to do on my own stream yesterday. Okay, they're saying they can't hear you either. Okay, yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I had to. The chat is removed from my live stream from last night because for the first couple of minutes, I was unmuted and nobody could hear me. I think it's a StreamYard glitch right now. Thank you, Malibu. All right, let's try this again. Okay, try talking. Or maybe check your audio setting. Okay, okay. Technical difficulties. But don't worry, Laugh. That happened to me yesterday. So, oh,
It
I hear
helps.
something.
It helps if you
Yep.
have your mic plugged in.
Yes, that. So,
It does.
how you
That helps.
doing?
I'm worried about you.
Well, I mean, you said you're going through
I've
something
told you
similar, so
I've told you to call me. I've told you, you know, yeah, I'm going through a divorce just like you over this YouTube
hmm
stuff.
hmm
And that's all. And I told you right when the YouTube stuff started with Morbid and all that. And then
hmm
my husband, oh, I want a divorce. Do you realize in 3 weeks, I'm sitting here, in 3 weeks, I find out if I still have a home or not.
Right. Yeah.
These people on YouTube don't understand. And I know you have other problems in your marriage, but the YouTube stuff is a huge part of it.
It is. You're right.
It's huge.
It really is.
I mean, I didn't even know I had problems in my marriage until he said, "Oh, we're getting divorced." And conveniently, it was only a month after I got doxxed and he got doxxed. And yeah,
hmm
so it was totally because of YouTube. And
hmm
my whole life was revolved around YouTube.
Yeah,
So
mine
he was
too.
like, yep. So he was like on the outside, playing on his phone and stuff over on the couch while I was, oh, can you believe this is going on? Can you believe that's going on? Talking at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is why I've been telling you to call me, Robbie. I know on top of the other problems,
hmm
because I've had those problems too in previous marriages.
Right.
But the YouTube stuff, and I tried warning you. I said, Robbie, get out of YouTube, get away from it. If
Yes,
you
you
love
did.
your marriage, get away from it. It's toxic.
Yeah,
I
you were
tried warning
definitely
you.
right. Yeah, and you know what?
I
Even
mean, even
people.
even these people in these chats right now, like this Wyoming Adventures,
Mhm.
I've never seen that person before in my life.
Oh,
But she was telling
no way.
me that, yeah, she was telling me, oh, stop, don't ask for a link. Excuse me?
Oh, okay. Well, Wyoming's been
These
I love Wyoming, but so I'm sorry. I I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's like these people that, do you really know them? And you're fighting for them and losing your marriage now because of them.
I think because we didn't know if that was really you or not at first, so I was like, okay, text me just to make sure.
Oh no,
But
it was me. Nobody
no,
wants
you
me
are
laughing
right.
like,
You are right, and even my haters channels have always said or predicted like, Robbie is on here too much. He's gonna end up getting the boot and losing everything, and they were right. And I
well,
cannot go back in time and change and give relationships the like I can't go back and change things. I can't nourish what I was
well,
neglecting. I can't.
one thing I'm glad is that somebody gave you donations because, sorry guys, but part of us being up here and talking and chit chatting and then suddenly getting divorces and all this shit, thank you for the donations because it's because of you too. And that's the way I
Yeah.
feel. Nobody has given me a dime. And my ex has a lawyer, and I'm about to lose a home that was given to me by somebody who passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's New Hampshire law, 50-50, it's a 50-50 state. So somebody who died 10 years ago
Mm-hmm.
left me a home that I've been living in for 16 years. This asshole comes around for 4 years, divorces me, and he's going to get half my house.
I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry I haven't called. Yesterday, Oscar was here, And
No,
I
no.
mean, my
I'm
brain and focus has been all over the place.
no, you text me the best words in my life that I've heard.
What,
Oh, I'm
what was that?
listening to an AA meeting on Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Thank God. There is a
Yeah.
great there's a great Zoom meeting out there. It's called Zoomigos.
Hmm.
And they are amazing. I love all the AA meetings. I don't like NA as much as AA.
Yeah.
Um,
It's definitely, I mean, of course I don't like that other people are going through pain, but it is good to have that relatable stuff because, the people that I have personally hurt, whether it's been through alcohol or whatever, because I've hurt people when I have not been on alcohol as well. So that's not an excuse, but um, a lot of people don't understand why you keep going back to something that you say you're not going to, and um, it's nice to be in the presence of people that understand that you can't even predict it yourself. It's so unpredictable, addiction is, and you don't know when it's going to happen. Sometimes it can happen, you know, when you're least expecting it, when you're in a good mood. You don't know.
right, right. But where you're so low right now,
Yeah.
just stay away from all the stuff. just
Yes.
just
Yeah,
stay
I've
away
done
from it
very
all right
very good
now.
at that. Yeah, I mean, normally that's a problem for me. It used to be very hard for me not to
Self-destructive
go.
behavior.
Yeah, yes, but
Mhm.
now that I've had this huge wake up call to reality, I really, I'm not interested in wasting my time arguing with people on the internet. I'm not interested in watching or giving it any attention or listening to it because that's how I got, like you said, YouTube has been part of ruining my
Yep,
life. And,
yep,
if I'm going to be on here, like I've been doing to use it to vent or, just get things out of my system and help me in a therapeutic way, that's what I'm doing.
right. And that's kind of why I've been pushing you. Robbie, call me. Robbie, text me. Whenever you're
Yeah.
feeling anything, I'm here for you, man. And I know you have tons of followers here that are
Hmm.
here for you and this and that. But it's like, how many are getting divorced right now, the same time, because of YouTube shit and because of, oh, did I even tell you? Oh, I'll tell you in text.
Okay.
Because another way this is similar. Actually, no, I'll tell you right here because I don't care. Um, my husband had a fetish I didn't know he had.
Hmm.
He's been thinking about my daughter,
Oh,
stepdaughter porn. Have you heard of it? It's really, really big right now, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. So he was thinking about my child,
I'm so
basically this
sorry.
whole marriage. And
Oh.
it's like, are you kidding me? Yeah, and the way I found this out is because he started texting her
Hmm.
after he left here, after he left me. He started texting her, "Oh, can I see you? Oh, where are you? Oh, how are you doing?" And all this, "Hi, sunshine," and all this stuff that you just don't do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
oh my God, he's addicted to my daughter. It's like, wow, sick, sick, sick. Um,
yeah, and that just makes it more, difficult. And I mean, even that can be very painful, reality, I'm sure.
it was. And I actually said something in court, one of our hearings, because you have many hearings coming up. My final hearing is coming February 18th. I'm my own lawyer because I couldn't get one. I
Hmm.
had to put together discovery. I had to put together evidence, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I'm not even going into the fact that he was a abusive alcoholic that he broke my nose, he flipped my house over 100 times.
Hmm.
I didn't even go into all that part. I just went into the financial parts of everything
Yeah.
because I don't want to turn this into a dragging fest. And I
Right.
think
Yeah.
that that's the most adult thing you can do. Is the biggest thing a lawyer told me, and maybe you can take this, it's going to be a financial war. The judge is going to start with a monetary amount, and you have to whittle away that amount and prove why you don't have to pay that amount to the other party.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm not talking about details of any of my stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, no, none of those, like, nobody's filed yet or anything. I'll just say that. But
Oh, you haven't filed?
no, uh, I yeah, I can't talk about
No,
any
I
any of that.
filed
But
first thing. The minute he left, I filed right away.
right,
Right away to show him fault. That's why
yeah.
I filed right away. But then he filed right on top of me. So
What I
it
can say is, I'll be dealing with a pretty fair and reasonable person. That's all I could really say. Like,
Mhm.
I know that things will work out for myself and the other, very fair and in a loving way, because I mean, that's once once you, like, for me, when you blow up and you kind of, all your anger in a situation, and then it kind of backfires on you like it did to me. I don't have anger inside of me for anybody right now. I don't have that because I realize what's important is to hang on to what you have left and nourish that and just start over. I mean, that's all I can do, and I have to, of course, nourish myself and take care of myself so that I
Yeah.
can love people around me and be, the person that people and myself need me to be. That's like my goal in all of this. Whether, no matter what happens, it's what I have to do,
Yeah. Well,
because ultimately I got myself here where I am.
yeah.
So
Unfortunately, but don't lose
yeah.
yourself and always remember you are your own best friend.
Yeah,
And
I've always been that to myself. It's just, it right now, uh, being there for myself since I am hurting and, like, lonely and all that. It's like it's nice to have support, like, outside of, myself.
oh, the loneliness sucks. Dude, it sucks so
Yeah.
bad. And I went out on the dating scene and I've been dating and I did find a boyfriend, you know that.
Hmm.
Um and I find myself like I left his house. I was over at his house for a while and I said, "Well, I need to go home." And I've been thinking, am I being fair to that person or am I just trying to quench the loneliness?
Yeah.
I've been thinking of things that I normally wouldn't think of, and I've been taking a lot of time thinking of all this stuff. Um,
Hmm.
Needless to say, I don't think I'm quenching the loneliness, because I do take time away to be
Yeah.
lonely and be uncomfortable in my space. And that's the biggest thing. I have to keep doing that to myself to be uncomfortable in my space and be lonely to learn about myself and to grow,
Yeah. See, and
not
I've
being here.
yeah, I don't want to date for a long time. I mean, of course, recently I've tried, and like the self-medicating, the one night stands and
Mhm.
the hookups
Yep.
and stuff, and that just
Yep.
makes things worse because it's it's not how I want to live, like the lifestyle that I want to live, and it's very toxic.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, I did that,
so
Robbie, for the first when I went out dating was June. That's when I
thank you,
started.
Sherry. Hmm.
And the one night stands and the just the bullshit, the cold, lonely one night stand bullshit. Uh,
Hmm.
I did all that and it isn't worth it. It really isn't, cuz in the end it hurts more.
It
Um
does, and it just makes me feel more empty, you know.
mhm,
Um,
yep,
so as far as that kind of stuff goes, I need to lay off that because I've been pretty bad for a while. Uh,
yes.
and a lot of those people, especially with the program I'm going through, a lot of those people, I should not talk to because of that, because they're in that kind of lifestyle. So
Mhm.
that's not gonna work out very well, uh, for me if I continued.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that, like I said, you're going
Yeah.
to the online meetings and you're in another
Hmm.
group, and definitely keep going, Robbie. You'll be okay. At the end of all this, you're gonna see the silver lining. You will.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really have yet. I mean, I'll let you know February 18th.
Yes, please
Oh, I'm
do.
probably gonna be a mess. I'm so terrified that I'm gonna be homeless. That's my which I know that that can't really happen, but
Hmm.
I'm
Well, good,
scared the
good.
judge I'm scared the judge is going to say, "Well, he can come back to the house and you have to move out." That
Right.
I'm terrified of that if she says that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
but I don't think
I'm here for you. I'm so sorry I've been busy. I'm here, and keep me
that's
updated
okay.
and let me know. And
I was
It, it,
panicking when I got a call that you went to jail and I'm like, "What, where, how,
mhm.
what do I have to do to get him out?" That was
Yeah.
my thing. And the person that told me that, "Oh no, he's going to prison, he's done, and this and that." And I'm like, what do you mean he's going to prison? He isn't going to prison. But
Yeah.
they made me feel so hopeless and helpless. So then I was just like watching my phone to see if you text me. And
Hmm.
you did, thank God. And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank God you're out." Oh, I was a mess for
Yeah.
like 2 days.
Yeah. And I mean, all I've said on here is yes, because obviously I knew people posted it all over. Um, and even if I do get the ability, because I can't talk about the details, but I think I've learned, especially through the situation too, that even if it comes an opportunity that I can talk about it, I think I've disrespected that relationship enough already on YouTube in the past that I will no longer you know do that,
Right.
because that's the right thing for me to do. That's what I should have always done. I should have never um because it does involve somebody else. I should have never included, even though I was hurting, I should have never exposed or put out details of any relationship
Right.
out here
Right.
for people that aren't even on here.
Right.
But I
And
do got to go in a minute,
okay.
because I
Well,
was
thank
heading out, and
you.
the roads. Yeah, the roads are. It snowed out here real bad. I don't know if I showed you, but see all that. So I got to get to
No, we
driving,
can't
but
see it. We can't see.
oh, you
Oh,
can't?
there you are. Oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah. But
Welcome to
if you want to
Colorado.
do a panel soon, or anything like that, to talk more about it, I'd love to, because it is helpful, and
Yes.
I would love to do that.
Like I said, anytime, Robbie, I'm here for you.
Same
You
here,
know,
even
I'm
though, sorry, I've been so busy and just all over the place.
I'm here for you, and I understand you're all over the place, and you drive safe, and
Okay.
everybody's happy to hear from you, and I'm happy to finally get alive. I haven't been home,
Right.
so all
Yeah.
right, Robbie, I love you. I'll see you soon.
Okay. I love you too.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. And thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being supportive and listening. It means a lot. And in any way that you've done that, it's appreciated. And I thank you for that. So I'm going to go drive in the snow. The roads actually look pretty icy. So I need to get something to eat. And then I don't know how much longer I'm going to have my gym membership for, but I'm going to go to the gym. So I need to do that to just do something healthy for my brain and myself, give my nerves a little break, and yes, count your blessings. Count your blessings because you don't know what you got until it's gone, and I can vouch for that. So have a good day, everyone. Good night. I will talk to you later. Bye.
No, no chance. No.